All right, we haven't done much video at all. Old man came over and he ripped the dash out of it the other day while we were working on our crawler hauler build thing. So yeah, the dash is ripped out. I dropped it off at the sandblaster with some other parts I had for a job, so we'll get it all blasted and repainted, and we're just getting all the wiring stripped out of this thing. Spent a couple hours getting the undercoating all chipped out of there. That was fun. A lot of people say use like dry ice pellets and then it comes right off. This stuff was pretty crusty. It came off decently easy. The time it would have took me to go track down dry ice pellets, I just got it off with a needle scaler and a little bit of elbow grease. So right now we're letting this aircraft stripper sit on here. Tried a couple different ones. It's hard to get anything decent anymore. This is actually working pretty good, this Aircraft Ultra. That's the first coat, and it's going through, there was a bunch of spray glue, so it's going through the spray glue and everything. So I think that's gonna work pretty good for us. So we're gonna try to get this all cleaned out and then pour 15 the whole inside of this thing, and then get some new dyno mat down, because I want to start wiring the engine, but I don't want to start, I want to start pulling wire over a floor that's ready to go. I don't want to have to remove stuff later on. So that's where we're at on the 914. Got this fancy shelf the other day. That's cool, because now we're not moving all the parts in and out of this thing every time we want to work on it. What else did we get done? I got the fuel pressure regulator mounted. I don't know if I showed that on the last video. Fuel system's pretty well done. Like a smudge on here. Sorry, my camera's a little smudged up. Still waiting on our transmission parts. So, we got this, I got the fuse panel and the power distribution mounted over there. I got the tranny all degreased and cleaned up and painted, ready to go. Got the throwout bearing all cleaned up, new throwout bearing on there. I got our new competition clutch sitting here ready to go. So yeah, just lots of cleanup work, lots of painting, lots of boring, tedious stuff. Waiting on parts still. So got the windshield out of it, so I think we'll get the I don't know what you call it, the window, it's not the track, the window frame, get it all cleaned out. It's got a little surface rust on it, so we'll probably pour 15 that while we're doing the inside. Well, here we are after our first round of paint stripper. Not too bad, considering they took all the good chemical out of the paint stripper nowadays. It actually went through it had a bunch of like spray glue. So that was good that it ate through the spray glue. So I think one more coat and or application of the paint stripper, and we should have it. So yeah, the spots where there was no like spray glue, like the top of these frame rails, I guess you'd call them, that stuff came off in one shot. So we'll get this all vacuumed up and then we'll do one more application. Got our Pour 15 drying. She's dry enough. I'll start putting some kill mat. It's not the best, but it's pretty thin, nice lightweight stuff. So it'll help with the sound, and it won't be super heavy, won't add a ton of weight, so that'll be good. We got the rear window out, we cleaned the whole track out, Pour 15'd it all, so we'll glue the window back in and start getting some of this sound deadening material down. We didn't paint the sides because we got this frame stiffening kit coming in for that, and I was just made aware that I think there's a piece that goes across down low, so that's sweet. We'll have to mark out where that's going to go and Probably clean off some paint and throw that in and then paint over it, I guess. So, but anyway, yeah, I got pretty lucky on the floor. No real rust, pretty solid pan. So that's cool. So we'll get going on this kill mat and we'll bring you back in and show you what it looks like. Okay, got some parts back from the powder coater. So there's the dash. Some other little pieces. What else did we get? Oh yeah, we had them do the engine cover. I had some other parts go out for powder coat, and I was just gonna have these blasted, but I was like, you know what? Just powder coat them. I mean, who cares? So turned out pretty nice. That's just sitting in there, so don't mind the alignment. Good news, I talked to Subaru Gears. All the parts are in stock and they're going to be shipping here probably in the next day or two, so we can get on to the fun stuff. More engine drivetrain work. Started messing with Dynomat. I think we showed that. We got this frame stiffening kit. So we're gonna get these welded in, a piece back there. There's also all these plates that actually go on the outside, like underneath. We'll show those later. So I think today we'll work on getting those welded in, and that way we can finish doing the Porsche 15 and the dyno mat, and then we can start putting the interior back together. So kind of just goofing around today. We pulled this back glass out to do the Porsche 15, and it's really like faded and gross. And let me see if I can pick it up. So I don't know how well it picks it up on camera, but so we are going to polish it out with some cerium oxide glass polishing powder. So you just mix a little bit with water. So we'll see how that goes. I kind of want to get that glued back in because I feel like the more it floats around the shop, the higher potential it has to get broken. So I think we'll glue that back in today. And then we'll probably just cover it with masking tape so it doesn't get any welding sparks and all that stuff on it. So we'll get polishing and we'll bring you back in and show you how this glass stuff works. Alrighty. That thing came out nice. Hopefully I don't drop it before I get it installed. Yeah, beautiful. It's yeah. Anyway, we got the auto parts store coming up right now with some window weld. We're gonna get that baby glued back in. So, okay, we'll get that glued in, and then I think we'll switch into welder fabricator mode. Totally going backwards. I should do all the welding first and then put the glass in, but I don't know, for some reason I just want to get that piece of glass off my fab table before I break it. So, all right, well, we're still waiting on window glue, so I think we're gonna switch into welding phase. Probably the smarter thing to do. So we're gonna hit that with some weld through primer, 3M weld through. We're also gonna hit the back sides of these with some weld through primer. I've already test fit it and I marked all the holes and made sure we had clean bare metal everywhere we're gonna plug weld. So, this stuff's kind of weird. It's almost like galvanizing or something. I don't have to get too crazy because it is the interior of the car, so it's like not gonna really like get that rusty. So I already got too much shit going on in here. A little weld through. We got this in the way. That's awesome. It doesn't need much. Yeah, it'll be fine. Just a little bit to keep it from rusting. Okay, one side's all welded in. Not too bad. Fit pretty good. A little hammering, a little dollying. Yeah, pretty straightforward, really. All the cutouts fit pretty well, so we'll give that one just a quick run over with the flap disc, and then it's ready for some POR 15. Well, after we do that side, and then we got to weld that back piece in. It'll probably be a little more of a pain because we got some paint removal to do, but yeah, not too bad. Should have waited on the old kill mat. We're burning the shit out of that, but that's all right. It's gonna get covered up with carpet. So all right, got the back glass in. Got a piece of tape on it, kind of holding it. I cut some zip ties for little spacers to hold it up in the right elevation, like the head of a zip tie. So it polished out pretty good. It's a little dirty from handling it. We'll have to clean it one more time, but so that's drying. And then got our little engine cover bolted back on. So that's cool, looking a little more complete. I guess we'll come back tomorrow when that's dry. We'll mask up the whole window so we don't get any spatter on it, and then we'll finish welding. Okay, new day. We got all the frame stiffening, chassis stiffening, interior pieces welded in. All the plug welds. That's you can't weld that one because it's like a plastic plug behind there. But not too bad. Lots of fitting and lots of seam seal digging. But yeah, not a bad kit. Fits pretty good. That back piece, you got to do a lot of hammering and dollying, and you got to push on it pretty hard to get the thing to lay flat, but we got it in there. It wasn't fun. All right, chassis stiffening kit installed, painted. We'll let that dry, then we'll finish up our dyno mat. We are obviously not going for show car perfection here. We're just trying to build a nice little fuck around driver, so it's gonna work. Plus, once the carpet's all in, that's all gonna hide real nice. But she's stiffened up, she's rust free, she's painted. It's good enough. So we'll end this one off here, and stay tuned for the next episode, because we're gonna get into fun stuff: drivetrain, wiring. I mean, wiring's not that fun, but I guess it's a means to hearing this baby run. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.